Are you ready to dive into the astrology for the third week of September 2023? I know I am, because this is going to be making some major changes for us. And so let's get into all of this energy. Ruth Theresa with One Inspiring Woman. I'm an intuitive psychic medium here in the Sugar Land area. That's just outside of Houston. So let's dive into all of this amazing energy for September 17th through the 23rd. So let's start out with September 17th. We have Venus in the sign of Leo squaring Jupiter in the sign of Taurus. And so Venus energy is all about detailed and scheduling and kind of like wanting all of this energy. Now, I will tell you, it is going to be kind of like in the sign of Leo is going to be really making us want to kind of like get things done and get things accomplished and kind of like that courage to move forward. Now, it's squaring Jupiter in the sign of Taurus. So Jupiter is the planet of growth, expansion, energy, let's go. Kind of like, let's get this done. And the sign of Taurus is kind of really like where our energy flows into is kind of really pushing us to kind of like what's important to us. Well, how are we going to value things? How are we going to do things differently? And these two are like boxers in the ring because they are squaring each other off. So it's kind of like Venus wants us to get busy and do things, and Jupiter wants us to get busy and do things. But kind of the overall energy is because this energy is fighting each other, we don't know what to do. We're kind of wandering around like, I don't know what to do. I'm bored. I don't know how to deal with this. All of those amazing kind of like, crazy energies of like wanting to find something to motivate us, but we don't really find it. So it's kind of like, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to deal with this. And this is going to be bringing in some really kind of harsh energy for us because it's like we want to be doing something, but we don't know what to do. And so that's kind of like that conflict within us and within our energies as well. So let's do an angel card reading for this week. And kind of this last one is really pulling my energy. So this is the card Freedom. And this is all about this amazing energy for us and kind of this amazing intuition that's coming out of like have the freedom to kind of take it easy, relax, don't like be harsh on yourself. But I will tell you, there's also amazing energy with this as well. It's one of those, get yourself motivated. How do you get yourself motivated? Now, for me, there are some amazing songs that I love. I love songs that kind of get me up and getting going. So I love telling people, like, make some playlist that you just love, no matter what's going on, no matter where you're at. If that song comes on, you're like, those are the songs that really are going to get you motivated to get things done, get you motivated and get you out there of like, yes, let's get this accomplished. This is going to make you feel so much better. Even being in a little bit of motion today is going to make you feel a little bit better. Let's move to September 18th. There is no planets in motion today, but let's kind of get this going in the right direction no matter what. This is the last one, so this is the one I'm feeling. So for September 18th, this is the card Surrender and Release. And that's really important because a lot of times when you really think about it, when you surrender or release something, like think about those words. When you surrender, what you're saying is, I'm taking everything that I would fight you with and I'm just laying it out on the table. The harsh words, the knives, the swords, the guns, the whatever it is, I'm like putting that on the table and I'm not going to use these anymore. So what have you been fighting that you haven't really surrendered everything to? Kind of like, I'm still kind of fighting it. I'm fighting it a little bit at a time. Those are the kind of things that today is asking you, like, let it go, release them, and like just release all of this energy. Don't hang on to this harsh energy anymore. Don't hang on to that negativity anymore. Let it go. I know, really important. So let's move to September 19th. We have our sun in the sign of Virgo in opposition to Neptune in Pisces. So this one is a very interesting one. We have our sun, which represents our ego, and Virgo, which is all about details and organization and all that kind of energy. Then we have, on the other side, we have Neptune in the sign of Pisces. Neptune is our dreamy planet, kind of like that chill out, relax, kind of like let's just watch movies all day kind of energy, in the sign of Pisces, which is all about flow and kind of staying in that flow of like, I don't want to do anything. And they are in opposition, which are really kind of this energy of kind of like finding this balance between the two of them. And so kind of as you do, it's one of those, that energy is going to be really difficult to like focus in on or struggle, because both of them like want you to chill out in a completely different way. One of them wants you to chill out and get organized, and one of them wants you to chill out and kind of relax and take it easy. And so it's kind of like, where do we go with this? This is going to be difficult to focus on things, and you may be really struggling with boundaries today. Boundaries are something that a lot of people like hold on to, that stale, stuck energy, don't really kind of like let things go or kind of release things either. So that is kind of one of those like, I'm hanging on to this stuff. Now, I will tell you a secret from the psychic is when you get those strong inner urges to like let your boundaries drop, when you're just kind of like, I'm letting that boundary just like go, I'm not doing anything, that's when you need to build your boundaries up. Because a lot of times it's the people around you that are kind of like, we want you to drop your boundaries, drop your boundaries, drop your boundaries, and we won't fight with you. But a lot of times, like once you do, they're taking advantage of your energy, and that can be super overwhelming. So that is the day that you're going to have to really relax and take it easy. On September 20th, we do not have any planets in motion again. I know a couple of them in this one. In this week, we don't really have a lot of things going on. So let's do this for September 20th. And this is the card. September 20th is all about self-acceptance. When you are in a situation where you're not accepting you, and a lot of times we think we're accepting ourselves, but we're really not. So many times we think, oh, it's someone else not accepting us, or they don't want us to be myself, or they want me to be a certain way, or whatever else. A lot of times it's us not being us. When are we not letting ourselves be ourselves? When are we not allowing this energy to come in? When are we not allowing ourselves to shine through? Because that's all we ever have to do is let ourselves shine through. Let yourself shine through. That's kind of one of those amazing energies of letting yourself shine through. Let's move to September 21st. This is a great day because we have our sun in the sign of Virgo. Our sun is our ego. In the sign of Virgo is all about being detailed and being kind of like powering ourselves up of like, what do we have to do, or kind of getting everything on the schedule. And that's trining Pluto in the sign of Capricorn. Pluto is our planet of death, destruction, change, that sort of thing, kind of like modifying and changing things. In the sign of Capricorn, Capricorn is this amazing terminal energy of kind of like terminating, like we always want to be updating, we always want to be doing better, we always want to be transforming something. These two together in a trine is all about bringing luck and harmony into this, like a lot of opportunities. So this is going to be a very personal day of like empowering yourself, kind of amping yourself up, giving your that Capricorn energy of like, I want to be better about being me, digging within yourself to kind of transform what you want to change. What do you personally want to change? Not what everybody else wants you to change. What do you personally want to change? What do you want to update? What do you want to do differently than you've done in the past? That is a great one for today. So for September 22nd, we don't have any planets in change. So this is the card that's calling my name. This is all about friendships. I personally have had a lot of change in my friendships the last couple of months, and so this is a really interesting, like, So friendships are a very personal thing, and a lot of times friendships can really amp us up, but a lot of times we don't really stay in balance with friendships, and it's really important that we do. A lot of times we'll have someone who's always giving, and someone that's always taking, and so it's a great way to kind of really just call it on today, like, let's find that balance. When am I giving up more than what I should be? When am I giving up things that I shouldn't be giving up? So it's kind of like, finding that balance in your friendships, because a lot of times, like I said, one person is the giver and one person's the taker, and it really rarely finds like a good balance for both. So our last day of this week is we have September 23rd. We have our sun entering the sign of Libra, which means that we are moving technically out of Virgo season into Libra season. And our sun is our ego and our emotions. And it's in the sign of Libra, which is all about partnerships and balances and finding that fair balance. And it can be really important during Libra season to find time to spend with other people, but making sure that we're finding that balance. Like I said, just from yesterday, it's like, okay, when is our friendships not in balance? But a lot of times, like, when is our friendships not in good balance? When is that really requiring a little bit more balance on our side? And we may want to find peace and harmony, but I will tell you, it's really hard to do that without usually going through a bit of chaos. So if you're fighting the chaos and you really don't want to find the chaos, make sure that you're really finding this really balanced. Because if not, if you wait till it's like a little bit off, a little bit off, a little bit off, like a whole bunch off, then you're getting into the crazy stage. Call it when it's just barely out of balance. Make sure that you're allowing that to happen. Even though it can be a hard conversation, you want to make sure that those that energy comes